Are you saying you're not aware that your son pleaded guilty to a
Oh, okay. I didn't understand what she said. Said play. Yes.
A tense bond hearing takes a shocking turn as Donte Perkins asks the court for a reduced bond, claiming he's learned from months behind bars. But as prosecutors lay out a disturbing timeline of multiple public shootings, prior probation, and repeated violent behavior, the judge begins asking one devastating question after another. With public safety hanging in the balance, everyone in the courtroom waits to see whether Donte will be granted another chance, or remain exactly where he is.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make during this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand. Go ahead, Martha.
Mr. Perkins, will you state your full name for the record? Perkins.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Perkins.
She has to take everything down. Thank you.
Yeah, she got to take it down. Okay. Now, of course, my client, the defendant, Donte Perkins, what is your relationship to him, this father? And where do you currently reside?
1230 Birch Street, Columbia, Texas.
Now, if the bond is able to be reduced where y'all can bond him out, is that where he would be residing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who else lives at that home?
Well, his mother, his brother, and his sister.
Okay. Typically, what is your work schedule like? Just to kind of put that out.
My work schedule, I work night shifts from 4:30 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Okay. Now, even with that, is there normally someone there to supervise or be around the home to know what's going on?
Yes, and mom.
Okay. Now, when it comes to Donte, at the time that since he's been in custody, prior to that, was he employed or working anywhere?
No, sir.
So he had no funds saved up or money saved up for that time. Does he have any type of property or anything that can be used to put on? Anything for collateral?
No, sir.
Okay. So who would be his co-signer or responsible for the bond?
I would be a co-signer and responsible for practice.
Okay. Now, as far as you do you have any property or anything that can be used to secure the bond?
Only stay agent.
Anything for us that could be sold or anything to secure any additional funds?
No, sir.
So any funds that will be used for the bond will come from you and family?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At this time, have you been trying to secure the bond at the amount that it said?
Yes, it's called a couple of bonds, said 15,000, and other they didn't even want to touch it. So that's just, I can't make that bond at this time. Not at that price.
Okay. And you said majority of the bonding companies said they wouldn't even touch it at the amount it said. Okay. What do you think reasonably you and the family could do as a bond amount?
Both is like 50.
Both at 50,000.
Yeah.
So it would be a current financial obligation of $100,000.
Yeah, that would be the time.
Okay. And that's something that you believe you and the family will be able to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll pass the other sheet.
Mr. Perkins, did you assist in bonding Donte Perkins out in 2024 when he was charged with the evading?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And were you aware that he pled to that evading?
No.
Are you aware that while he was...
That's a fact.
Yes, sir.
You're not aware that are you saying you're not aware that your son pleaded guilty to a
Oh, okay. I didn't understand what she was saying. Said play. Yes, he didn't receive probation for that. Yeah.
Are you aware that while he was out on bond on the evading before he pled, that first July 5th, 2025 deadly conduct charge where he was firing a weapon in the neighborhood of Euclid Street, were you aware of that offense?
I wasn't aware.
Were you aware of what occurred in Rogers Park on March 15th of 2026?
No.
So, and are you aware that both of those events occurred in the middle of the day?
I am aware of that. Heard about it. See.
So when you talk about somebody normally there to supervise Donte, who was supposed to be supervising him while he's out firing weapons in July of 2025 and March of 2026?
So at that moment, he wasn't staying with us, but if he was released on bond, he would be on an ankle monitor So that would restrict his movement and confinement to the home.
Who was he staying with?
He kind of back and forth from my house to his friend's house.
Did Donte graduate high school?
Yes, he did.
What year did he graduate high school?
So he graduated 24.
How old is he?
That's what 19.
So how can you or his mom ensure that the community is safe from Donte out in the middle of the day firing weapons into our community?
So, like I said, he'll be on an ankle monitor, and if Donte does anything outside the guidelines of his bond, I'll get off the bond. So,
Did you know that Donte possessed possessed guns in the first place?
no, I didn't know that he had any guns.
So you feel that an ankle monitor is going to keep Donte from firing guns into our community more than these 2 times he's already done accused of it?
Yes, situation, I'm pretty sure Donte's heard about this lesson. With the ankle monitor, he can't no problem with that. So, yes, I do think it would be helpful to.
But the ankle monitor tells the monitoring company where he is. It doesn't stop him from moving around,
It
correct?
doesn't. They don't have a warrant to where he can only be at the house and only go like for a job search or something like that.
So are you aware that somebody can tell him that those are the parameters, but Donte can still go and come where he chooses to?
No.
Are you aware of that?
Well, he's learning about something.
No further questions, Judge?
Just a quick redirect. Mr. Perkins, as far as the how long would Donte is in custody?
From March to now, like 5 months or something like that.
Okay. Is this the longest confinement he's had?
Yes.
At his age?
Yes, it is.
At this, so do you believe that this has definitely been an eye-opening experience for him going through this?
Definitely. I do.
Okay. And do you think that an ankle monitor or additional bond conditions could be a good deterrent for him to help him follow his way?
Yes, I think that would be a great turn.
Okay. And just to reiterate, as you as the co-signer on the bond, you have no problem if he doesn't comply getting off the bond, or
No problem at all.
understand that the court would have to do what they have to do
Exactly.
at that moment.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pass the witness.
You don't think the probation back in 2024 should have been a deterrent?
Yeah, I feel like it should have been,
That didn't work though, did it?
it was just, it should have been a deterrent, but at the same time, I think he's been sitting in there for 5 months now, and he really sees the seriousness of his actions at this current moment. That was, just to me, I just think that it was, but him sitting in there 5 months, I think he really sees the severity of it.
No further questions, Judge?
Okay. So are you saying he didn't see the severity of it as he was shooting up a neighborhood and then shoot? I'm speaking. You get a chance to speak. We can't speak over each other. The court is going to ask you some questions so I can clarify this. You don't think he was smart enough to figure out that shooting up a neighborhood was wrong? Thereafter, going to a park, Rogers Park, and shooting up the park.
Yes.
You don't think he couldn't figure that was wrong the first time he did it?
Yeah.
Based upon the fact that he had been in trouble in a past experience and had been disciplined for it? Does he have any learning problems?
Yeah.
So he should have known.
Yes.
He should have been aware. I understand. He was 17 and 18 during each of these situations. 17 on or about July 5th of 2025, when the neighborhood was shot up. And then 18 when he is at Rogers Park. And these were incidents that occurred, looks like about a year. I'm sorry, about one occurred on or about July 5th of 2025. That looks like 6:14 in the evening. And then the Rogers Park incident occurs on Sunday, March 15th. Did you look at that? At the exact same time, 6:14, according to Papa Constant.
I did not
What are the odds of that? It sounds like there's a time that some people get together, if this is true. What are the odds that at the exact same time, 9 months apart, this town is being shot up? Well, we're, by grace of the good Lord, I think, we didn't have a bunch of deaths here. What bothers this court is the defendant had been held accountable earlier for an offense and was placed on a form of supervision. And in on this evading arrest back in 24, which was a little less than a year before he starts firing weapons in public. And he was placed on probation for 6 months, and that expired. It doesn't say the date it expired, but I presume it expired before the July 5th, 2025 incident. They were on 6 months, but the arrest date was July of 24. And it doesn't show the date that he was placed on probation for 6 months. Do you
I
know
believe it was September 10th of 2025, Judge,
that he was placed on probation?
that he was placed on 6 months deferred probation.
So that would have ended in March of
2026,
5.
March of 2026.
Stand by. When was he placed on probation?
September 10th of 2025. It should be on or about
Oh,
that day.
okay. It's not showing a date. It says arrest date was 7/26/24. It took him a year before he's placed on probation.
That's what I'm showing in
The date again?
history. September 10th of 2025.
So he would have been placed on probation 2 months after the shooting of the neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
And so he was on. When did his
Thank you.
when did his probation expire on 9/10/25? Can we find that out? The 9/10/25 probation. Please. We got a great probation office. They can figure all these things out quickly. It says that community probation expired 6 months. And if he was placed on probation on 9/10/25, that would have been somewhere about March 10th.
Yes, sir. Left at midnight on the 9th.
Is that what you're showing on the records?
Oh, she's doing, I'm waiting on her to respond, but if this case expired, it would have expired at midnight on the 14th or 9th. Judge, I show that an order terminating the first probation was filed in the misdemeanor case on March the 16th of 2026. That's when it was filed into the case. Let me see when the judge signed it.
Say that again. Say that again, please, so everybody can hear.
Yes, sir. So the dismissal of the misdemeanor deferred probation was filed in the misdemeanor case on March the 16th of 2026. His case expired on March the 9th. The only thing I can think of is the officers didn't send the paperwork through.
All right, so it expired on March 9th, 26.
And Judge, I'll print a copy of that
Thank you.
determination.
6 days later, he's at the park shooting. The following day, his case was formally dismissed. I mean, the probation was still warm, the end of it, and he hadn't been, it expired, but the order was not signed dismissing it until the day after he's shooting up Rogers Park. So that probation must not have been impactful. Didn't take you but a couple of days to continue your violent behavior. March 16th, by the county court law judge. Sorry, Marvin, that doesn't help.
Understood.
That's terrible. Your relief you're requesting is flatly denied. He has shown from his history and his lack of appreciation of the seriousness of being held accountable in the first place, that violent behavior is something that he can't prevent himself from committing. So reducing his bond would only put us all in jeopardy and harm's way based upon his lack of appreciation of remediation of his conduct, in light of the fact that just days after he's finished his probation, he's doing a second set of violent shootings in Rogers Park. That this court finds reprehensible, and you will be held accountable in each of these two cases. The relief you're asking is denied based upon those reasons. I find him to be a threat to the well-being of the community based upon showing these actions and these time periods. That is all.
Thank you, Judge.
After hearing testimony from Donte Perkins' father and reviewing his criminal history, the judge denies the request for a bond reduction. The court concludes that Donte's prior probation failed to stop his violent conduct, noting that he was allegedly involved in another shooting just days after his probation ended. Finding him to be a continuing threat to the safety of the community, the judge refuses to lower the bond and orders that he remain in custody while facing the pending charges.